Jersey Sports Zone's Camp Countdown Series is made possible by RWJ Barnabas Health. The high school football season is a marathon, not a sprint. That's what Pope John learned in 2024. Despite a 2-4 start, the Lions battled their way to the non-public B state final, losing to eventual champion DePaul Catholic. They're applying those lessons learned to the 2025 season.
It was a great season for the boys. It was a tremendous amount of fun that they stayed together throughout the whole season, the gauntlet that we went through. And the guys got hot at the right time, and we got healthy at the right time.
I believe we started off on a slow note, but then we picked it up during the season, and we learned that we're just relentless. We never give up, and I think this year we're going to start on a hotter note and get the job done this year.
Pope John was able to make that incredible run thanks to an incredible ground game. Tyleek Hill, now at Syracuse, set a school record with over 2,300 rushing yards and 27 rushing touchdowns. How will the Lions replace all that production? Two players will lead the charge. Junior Luke Giulianella spelled Hill last season and scored 7 touchdowns. He's the obvious choice to step in. Pope John also brought in Caldwell senior transfer Nick Mignon, who had 1,000 yards and 14 scores a year ago. That'll be the 1-2 punch out of the backfield behind an offensive line with 2 returning starters.
This year we're going to have more of like a power back duo with Nick Mignon coming from Caldwell and Luke Giulianella in the backfield. I think we're going to have really fun with that this year. We have a lot of young guys on the O-line this year. We graduated 3 of our starting 5, so our middle's pretty young. So we got to get them worked, get them have experience, so it's going to be tough, but we're going to do it.
Senior QB Luke Irwin returns for his final season. He's a 1,500-yard passer with 13 touchdowns to 15 interceptions last fall. Irwin will look to turn that into a more favorable ratio by targeting Prince Joshua a ton. The senior is Pope John's top returning pass catcher.
It's going to be good. I feel like there's going to be a lot more on my shoulders this year because we don't have, Tyleek in the backfield, but we still got great backs. We got a nice transfer from Caldwell. We're going to do good.
Sean Bauman and Dave Thompson are set to be reliable players on the defensive line. They combined for 6.5 sacks last fall. Sam Canetta is one of only 3 returning starters on the defensive side, though. Canetta had 91 tackles last season and will assume the role as a defensive captain. He learned from great players like Tyler Hauser and Wes Johnston.
I'm excited. It was great playing next to them last year. I got to learn a lot. So I'll be using those skills I learned from them and keep teaching it down to the young guys.
The Lions begin their 2025 campaign by hosting DePaul Catholic in a state championship game rematch on Saturday of Week 0. That is one of 6 home games this fall. Del Barton, Seton Hall Prep, St. Peter's Prep, and St. Thomas Aquinas will all make the long road trip to Sparta. Pope John hopes last year will propel them forward in the ever-competitive world of North Jersey non-public football.
Oh, we love every moment. That's why we make the game at 12 o'clock. We come up there, big noon kickoff. You have to take that hour ride to Pope John, and you're going to have a tough day. It's a different atmosphere out there.
They say iron sharpens iron, and the only way you can get better is by going against the best competition in the state, and those our competition is also going against some of the top competition in the country. So it really shows how North Jersey football is what it's all about. I think it's great.
Reporting from Super Football Conference Media Day at MetLife Stadium, I'm Jay Cook, JerseySportsZone.com.